African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of January 22, 2026. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces improved their tactical position. Personnel and equipment of a mechanized brigade, an assault regiment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Belopoli, Novaya Sek, and Khotin in the Sumy region. In the Kharkiv direction, units of two mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Volchanskaya Khutora, Zakharovka, and Okremovka in the Kharkiv region. The enemy lost up to 140 servicemen, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 15 vehicles, a US-made MLRS multiple launch rocket system launcher, and 2 155mm Bogdana self-propelled artillery systems. 3 supply depots were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. Formations of 3 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and 2 National Guard brigades were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Berezovka, Kovsharovka in the Kharkiv region, Alexandrovka, Drobyshevo, and Krasny Liman in the Donetsk People's Republic. Enemy losses amounted to up to 200 servicemen, 5 armored fighting vehicles, including a US-made Stryker armored personnel carrier, 25 vehicles, and 3 artillery pieces. 4 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the South Group of Forces improved their position along the front line. Damage was inflicted on the manpower and equipment of 4 mechanized, 1 motorized infantry, 1 airmobile, and 1 mountain assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Berezovka, Konstantinovka, Kurtovka, Nikiforovka, Reznikovka, Slavyansk, and Stepanovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost over 145 servicemen, a tank, an armored fighting vehicle, 7 vehicles, and 5 field artillery pieces, including a US-made 155mm Paladin self-propelled artillery system. 3 electronic warfare stations, 2 ammunition depots, and supply depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. Damage was inflicted on formations of 3 mechanized, 1 ranger, 2 airborne assault brigades, 2 assault regiments of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine Infantry Brigade, a Territorial Defense Brigade, and 2 National Guard brigades in the areas of the settlements of Artemovka, Belitskoye, Grishino, Dobropolye, Novopavlovka, Suketskoye, Toretskoye, Udachnoye in the Donetsk People's Republic, and Novopodgorodnoye in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The losses of Ukrainian armed formations amounted to over 445 servicemen, 2 tanks, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 10 vehicles, 3 artillery pieces, and an electronic warfare station. Units of the East Group of Forces continue to advance deep into the enemy's defenses. Personnel and equipment of 4 mechanized and assault brigades, 3 assault regiments of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Skotovatoye in the Dnipropetrovsk region, Blagodatnoye, Vozvyzhevka, Dolinka, Zalivnoye, Zarnitsa, Komsomolskoye, and Teryanka in the Zaporozhye region. The enemy lost up to 250 servicemen, 2 armored personnel carriers, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 7 vehicles, 2 field artillery pieces, and a Grad multiple rocket launcher. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted damage on formations of a mountain assault brigade and a coastal defense brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Magdalenovka and Novoyakovlevka in the Zaporozhye region. More than 60 Ukrainian servicemen were destroyed, along with 5 vehicles, 2 electronic warfare stations, a Kupol M1 radar station, and a warehouse of material resources. Operational tactical aviation, attack unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops and artillery of the groups of forces of the armed forces of the Russian Federation, struck energy infrastructure facilities used in the interests of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, ammunition depots, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in 142 areas. Air defense systems shot down 9 guided aerial bombs, 4 HIMARS multiple launch rocket system projectiles manufactured in the USA, and 224 unmanned aerial vehicles of the aircraft type. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 670 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 110,748 unmanned aerial vehicles, 646 anti-aircraft missile systems, 27,267 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,650 multiple launch rocket systems, 32,755 field artillery pieces and mortars, 52,531 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.